I'm also just wondering how we got to the point that we're now importing ginger. Ginger, guys. Ginger. Ginger is something you can grow so easily in your backyard. And this massive, larger than life size ginger from China. I can't tell you about the taste because I didn't buy it. I'm not putting that in my body. It might be ignorance. That's also possible. But it's just not the type of ginger that I'm used to. And until I do more research, it's also not something that I'm going to be consuming. But, I mean, that thing was the size of my whole hand. What have you guys been finding out there? I was just very concerned. I really was very concerned.
Pit is meant for those who dig pit, and trouble is given to those who want trouble. For the joy of the Lord gives you dig with strength to jump over pit. I beg you. Who dig this pit for me? Who dig this pit? Go for this side. Look, it is not a sin for me to serve God now. You go just they give me wahala, they dig pit for me. Sure. Any pit when they dig for me, jump and pass. Any pit when they dig for me.
Why does God allow bad things to happen?
If a loving God exists, how could he allow wars? How can he allow sickness and disease? How can he allow death and cancer?
Why does God allow evil and chaos in the world? It's an interesting question, especially from those who quote a Bible that says, "The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force." Matthew 11:12. Yet in the Emerald Tablets, Thoth warns, "He who overcomes by force is nothing. Only he who conquers by wisdom shall last." Emerald Tablet 8, the key of mysteries. So ask yourself, what kind of kingdom rewards violence as entry? Many have unknowingly turned away from the divine source of balance and harmony to worship a foreign, fearsome, and jealous creator, introduced by conquerors. This God, who admits he is a jealous God, Exodus 25, is described as sowing chaos, demanding blood, and wiping out creation while being called love. But ancient wisdom knew better. You cannot expect peace while worshiping power. You cannot expect light while exalting shadow. The evil you question is the reflection of the chaotic God you've chosen and accepted.
Is a sign of death. We only find it at the graveyards and also a church. So a church, you find people that are dead spiritually, dead, zombified, and you also find people that don't think. In church, somebody will be preaching nonsense. You are hearing that nonsense, but you don't ask. They don't give you that chance to ask questions. So they are giving you that death sign, and you are being initiated at a very tender age, at a very young age. A 1 month baby is already being baptized. The reason why, because they want you to remain dead spiritually and also mentally, for you not to think. Otherwise, it's like their God doesn't like people with brain.